I am live according to YouTube. Hello, everybody. Tacoma Comics here. Looking at the corner of my room because I think there's less glare. I know you see the glare up there now, but I think when I hold up comics, you'll see a little bit less glare coming this way. So, my friend All About Comics is here. JP, what's up, my man? Just going to preview stuff for your auction on Wednesday. So, anybody who's watching this in the rewind, we got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. Looks like somebody else is in here. Make yourself known. Just trying to see what's going to get the crowds the most interested. So, we, and by we, I mean anybody who sells on an auction, we want you guys to get stuff that's worth it. There's John's Comics with Kids. John, are your kids into Power Rangers at all? I know I mentioned Lumberjanes and Mech Cadet, but I think ElfQuest is obviously another one. I just tripped my mind, but I got a Power Rangers lot coming up on the auction. If they're not into ElfQuest, I definitely suggest you read ElfQuest with them. Hey, Woodard. So people who sell on the auction are here. I'm looking for the people who are buying on the auction and see if they're into this. Yeah. Oh, writing report cards. Oh, man. Not Power Rangers fans. Yeah, neither am I. I bought some really, hey, Kyle. I bought some really cool Power Rangers books with great covers and realized, if I'm really focusing on what I love, this is something I can let go. So that's one of the lots. So, on the auctions, usually I think the Warriors and Alex and All About Comics and everybody, usually we do about 3 to 4 rounds. Hey, Kyle saying hi to the chat. So I've got about 6 rounds worth here, and I want to know, I don't want to get a pass if I can help it. I want people to be interested in my stuff, and I want to have good stuff out there for people. So just kind of going to go through the stuff I have and see if what people are interested in. If I'm to believe what I'm looking at is we just lost 3 out of the 4 people, but I'm guessing that's just a hiccup in here, unless you all just got scared of my bold, shiny head and ran away. But maybe it just takes a long time for the little people symbol up here to catch up with the number of people here. So let's get started then. I'll show you guys the lots, and even if you're not planning on bidding, just if you see something you like, let me know if that's the sort of thing that you would bid on or you would buy, or that's the sort of thing you'd be like, whatever. So the first lot I'm thinking of doing is this little Power Rangers lot. And this is from Boom Studios. Really kind of cool. They do something neat here where they actually have the artist name on the barcode. So this is number 1. This is the, what, I forget what this was called. This is the Launch Party Kit variant. And like I said, down here, it says more, the guy's names. This is a first printing variant. I got that. And then from this same series, I got the action figure variants. Green Power Ranger, number 1. Red Power Ranger is number 2. The Pink Power Ranger is number 3. The Black Power Ranger is number 4. And the Yellow Power Ranger is number 5. And then you got number 1 of Power Ranger Pink, a separate series written by Kelly Thompson and drawn by Elsa Chartier, who's getting a little bit more, and like I said, her name's down there. She's getting a little bit more recognition now. JP, you might remember her. I think she drew a comic that had my name on that I sent to you with a crown. And then I got the regular 2 and 3 in that series. And then if that series starts to heat up in the auction, I've got this beautiful virgin cover signed by Kyle Higgins, the author. I was going to throw that in as an incentive. And then the regular number 1. This is number 0. And then the regular number 1. So to all the numerous people in my chat, if you were to see that lot, would you be like, this is really boring, I can't wait till we get to the next seller? Or is that something you'd be interested in? Let me know. Next lot that I'm looking at is a little bit of Captain America, Wolverine, and Spider-Man. Starting off with who is the new Captain America. First, Bucky Barnes is Captain America. Avengers Ultron Forever #1. Is this a variant? No, it's not a variant. This is the first Black and the first female Captain America. Also in that lot, I've got Spider-Man Volume, I think it's 4, #1 by Dan Slott, the first Cindy Moon. And I also have a J. Scott Campbell variant to the first appearance of Cindy Moon, again, #1 in Volume 4. That's a J. Scott Campbell. Is that a store? That's a store variant. And then I've got Jorge Molina on the art of the Generations Wolverine and All New Wolverine, sometimes known as Laura Kinney, sometimes known as X-23. And I was going to throw in, if people like that lot, get the bonus book, the Die Cut Wolverine #50. Let me know if that's something that tickles your fancy. So far, the chat is being very friendly with each other, but nobody's telling me what they think about my books. What, you just come here to hang out? Is this just some space for you to have jolly good old time catching up with friends in YouTube? I am peeved. No, I'm kidding. Another one I have, I don't know if anybody's interested or heard of this book. See if I have anything I want to sell. Yes, it's hard to do every week in and out. So John's already got the Cindy Moon books. That's cool. So I got another lot that includes the first appearance of Wraith. This is kind of the hot book of the minute. And then this is the first cameo that actually the prologue came out before this one. And this is the one shot, and then Annihilation Conquest #1. Also in that is Young Avengers #5. JP knows this one. It is the first appearance of the Third Vision, known as Iron Lad, who becomes known as Iron Lad, who will grow up to be the future Kang the Conqueror. A Nebulous first appearance, if there ever was one. Got a little New Avengers action, that is New Avengers 16. Really cool Ronin. I think that's the second appearance of Ronin, but don't quote me on that. And then rounding out that lot was the Butt Spider, I think is her name, or I'm not sure. New Avengers #whatever, first appearance of Maria Hill. And New Avengers, whatever number this is, 7, first appearance of the Illuminati. That's another lot. I can see there's lots of interest in these lots. I've got a Vision lot that includes Vision 1. All right, Waka likes that last lot. Thank you. That gives me some information. Includes Vision 2, includes Vision 3, includes Vision 8, and includes Vision 9. I was kind of thinking, does people really want to go from 1, 2, and 3 all the way to 8 and 9? Maybe just make that a 3-book lot instead of a 5-book lot. I wasn't quite sure where to go with that one. Usually you don't have a series, or you're missing 1 or 2. Very rarely do you want to start a series with 1, 2, 3, and then 8 and 9. But I'm not sure. I'm not an expert at this. If I was an expert at this, I'd be doing a lot better job, right, guys? The big lot, I hope it's a big lot. I don't know, but we'll see. Is this kind of beautiful lady lot. It starts with the Stephanie Hans Captain Marvel. That is a store exclusive to the new Captain Marvel #1. I love that cover. The Art Germ Catwoman, I think that's 6. That is 4, excuse me. Catwoman, it says right at the bottom, Catwoman 4. And Josh Middleton, whom you may all know from his Batgirl, but he did one of the wedding for issue #50, Virgin variant, almost black and white, just a tinge of color on the lips. So I was going to do that lot, and if that heated up, I'd add the Stephanie Hans Ironheart in there, but that's a pricey book. So Waka likes that one too. So Kyle's can just go ahead and bid on all my books. I'm messing with them. And then I had some bonus incentive books that I was going to throw into one of these lots or into one of my Buy It Now boxes. I got an extra copy of Bloodshot, first appearance of Ninja K, otherwise known as Ninjak. Bake the Snake. What is shaking, my friend? Bake the Snake coming to us from somewhere, saying hello. That's me admitting I don't know where Bake the Snake's from. And then I've got this beautiful copy. I think you could press this to a 9.8. I think you could make this a 9.6 without touching it. Spawn number 9, the first appearance of Angela. Sleepy Readers saying hello from the Portland airport. And I also have this Grumble variant that I'm trying to move before people forget that this comic existed. This was the secret variant that nobody knew about that had 1,000 copies only, and they didn't tell anybody his variant. They just put it out there on the shelf. So if any of those books tickle your fancy, let me know. Anybody watching this on the rewind, if you say, I want that lot, that's the lot I'm going to sell. Auctions run long. We don't want to do like, a 5-hour auction. So we're trying to limit it to 3 or 4 lots each. Just, I'm trying to just get the best bang for the buck out there. I make a little bit off of these, but a lot of times I break even. A lot of times I lose $1 or $2 here. Just want to get books to people to make them happy, keep the community alive and stuff like that. I do have some buy it now boxes. If anybody's interested in these, $30. $30 for 30 books, and that includes shipping. So that's $13 to ship that priority in the States. And so that $30 is including don't fall. Including shipping. So in that first box, 30 books for 30 bucks, we have got X-Force number 1. Thank you, Big. I do pride myself on packing really well because I want stuff to be packed well. I've got Wolverine 75 with the shiny. I've got X-Factor 92 with the shiny. First person to hit claim in the chat gets these books, or anybody on the rewind, just in the comments. Got Pit number 1. Got Deathblow and Wolverine number 1. Yep. Got Deathblow number 1. They are shiny. I have got Cyberforce 0. You can see where this lot's going. I've got Darker Image number 1. No card in that one. I have Youngblood, The Next Generation of Heroes number 1. Youngblood Strike File number 1. And here it is. Youngblood number 2, the first appearance of Prophet. And Vanguard number 1. Some old Image goodness in this lot. Brigade number 1. Cyberforce 0 number 0. What else we got? DMZ number 16. Fables number 50. Fables number 6. Heroes in Crisis number 3. The regular cover. New Superman number 19. ElfQuest, the final special, number 1. I think it's called the final special. The Final Quest special, number 1. Saga, number 41. That is not the recalled one, I don't think. I think that's where this is brighter. And Saga number 43, which was that Image 25-cent special where all their comics are 25. Avengers with our favorite Aquaman, known as Namor in the Marvel Universe. No, they're 2 totally separate characters. They're not the same. They're different evolution. They have different motivations behind their character. They both swim. Free Comic Book Day Barrier, number 1 from Vaughn. Tech Jacket, number 1 from Joe Keating. JP will know some of these books. Panther, number 1 of 2. Very hard to find book. Not because it's rare, just because it's hard to find. Dead Sonja parody book. Dark Souls from the video game. Dark Souls number 1 from Titan Comics. Some really sick art on there. Almost done with this box. Dark Child, the final issue. This is a full wraparound cover. And Detective Comics 752, a Greg Rucka story involving Poison Ivy. So there's a $30 box if anybody's interested. And if anybody wants to pay $50 for that box, I will add the Secret Grumble variant to that box. You can look up this on eBay. That alone is worth $30 all day long. Look at the sold. Always look at the sold listings on eBay. Don't look at what people are asking for it. You all know that, though, because this is a smart group out there. All right. I have one more box that I'm trying to sell even before the auction just to make room, because this is a small room. It seemed like a large room when I started it, but it gets smaller every day. In this lot, we have Black Bolt #1 by Saladin Ahmed and Christian Ward. That is a great read. We have Weird World #1. We have Crosswind #1. That is in production for next year for, I think, a TV series. We Stand on Guard #2. Brian K. Vaughan goodness. New Teen Titans #39. Last issue, last time Robin put on the suit. Dick Grayson put on the Robin suit, I think. And I think that is supposed to be Marv Wolfman and George Perez walking away there. George Perez just announced his official retirement from commissions and stuff. I guess he's getting old and hard to write or hard to draw. We got a Vampirella issue in there, a #0 from Dynamite. We have a Adam Hughes goodness, Benny and Veronica variant cover. We have Saga, again, 41 and 43. So that's about 15 books, maybe 10 books. The rest of the books in this box are all Nexus. Good 80s independent comic stuff. #6, this one is signed. I don't take it out of the bag. It's signed on the inside by Mike Barron, the author. I met him and a little off. Looks like he was struggling a little bit. But anyway, I'm just going to kind of go through these quickly. These are all somewhere between 1 through 50. I don't need to read each number. You guys can just look at those really cool painted covers. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I like this next one. Trying to do one of those Golden Age illustrated classics homage cover. Anybody ever read Nexus in the 80s? It's kind of a cool comic. Nexus and Badger. I remember reading a little bit of it, but I had all these laying around. I love the gorilla with the mohawk. It's like the gorilla from Six Gun Gorilla. There we go. So those are 2 boxes, $30. I'll throw this in if you make it, let's say throw this in if you make it an extra 20, so $50. For an extra 15, make any of those boxes 45. I'll throw in the first Angela. And if you just want any of these other books, check out All About Comics. He's got an auction on his channel on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. non-Central Standard Time if you are over here on the West Coast, and I guess 9 if you are on the East Coast. If you saw anything you want, let me know, and I'd be glad to make it available to somebody. Any of these extras or anything you're interested in, just let me know. Anybody else got anything going on today in the chat? We got kind of quiet there as I started going through the Nexus books. All righty then. Well, you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Auction. What did I say? Did I say the word wrong? I don't know what I said wrong, but he said auction. Just a chill out day. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you doing the Facebook auction, JP, that Economics and Comics is on? That thing was 10 to 4, man. I couldn't deal with that whole day. It is a chill out day here, Waka. I got up, went down to the pub to watch a Chelsea game. Oh, you're excited for the auction? Yes, me too. Chelsea didn't play today. I mean, they were on the field, but they did not play today. Arsenal whooped their butt, and Chelsea just looked lethargic. It was really, really bad. And then I went to the gym, talked to my mom on the phone with the kids. And I came in here and did this. And that is about that. Yeah, Chelsea is horrible. And my friend, I have a friend in Seattle. He actually flew to London with his son and on a little trip, and they went to watch the game. And they're Arsenal fans, so good for them. But Chelsea was just they're still ahead of Arsenal in the standings, but it didn't give you a lot of hope watching the performance they put on today. Wasn't that motivating? Didn't give you that reinforcing feeling of this is a good team. You love Chelsea? I didn't know you were a Chelsea fan. That's awesome. I'll tell you a funny thing, JP. My family is very English. My dad's from Chelsea, London. How English are they? My sister's name is Chelsea, but the waitress at the pub where I watch the Chelsea games, her name is Chelsea. And apparently she's an old student of mine. I didn't recognize her at first, but it's really funny because, we'll scream things like, come on, Chelsea. And yeah, they it gets confusing when you've got a bartender named Chelsea as well. Hey, legend, that's awesome. You're 9 months off, but that's okay. However, I do lie about my birthday on social media, so perhaps you got my name, my birthday on one of the places where I lie about my birthday, or maybe you just like wishing people early happy birthdays. That's cool too, man. Whatever is good for you is good for me. I do appreciate the love, legend. You are a great guy for wishing me happy birthday. At Aquaman movie. Oh, well, enjoy. It's a good movie. It wasn't a great movie, but it was a good movie. What was I getting to? I didn't know, JP, that you were a Chelsea and Fernando Torres fan. That is great. We were talking about the difference between Torres and Murata this morning. One of the guys that is in the supporters group in Tacoma. And we're like, at least Torres seemed to try. Murata just got here and never seemed to really want to tough it out. So I think it's a good thing that we're moving him and we're getting Gonzalo Higuain in. He's more of the dirty type of finisher that we need, kind of like Diego Costa was. So that should be good. Let me show you what else. So I picked up 2 packs of books today, and the guy was like, what do you say? Well, Discovery Bay, I appreciate it, man. If I was at a wedding and on YouTube, I think I'd be in a little bit of trouble. So thank you very much. But yeah, the guy had he had all these package comics, and that's where I got like some of the Wolverine and X-Men. I got like a good deal on a pack of comics, but this was in a long box, and he didn't have the boxes marked or anything. I'm like, what are these? He goes, oh, that's just the junk. I'm like, well, can I look through your junk? And he's like, fine. And he kind of a little grumpy. The guy's grumpy in this store. It's not a comic book store. It's an everything store. First thing I saw was this, and I took it out. I'm like, oh, First Angela. He's like, I saw him look it up immediately. Hey, Sean. It was going to be $1, but then he charged me $3 because he looked it up. But I did get that one for $1. So those dollar books are still out there. I mean, First Angela that's an older book and it's still going strong. You got a few of those, huh? You want to buy another one? I'm not desperate. I'm not desperate at all. So Sean has a $5 credit with me, so hopefully he'll be bidding on Wednesday. He won 2 lots for me last week, and I was able to put them all in a $7 priority instead of a $13 priority. So I told him I overcharged him and said he could just have a credit for that, which, he accepted. It's pretty cool. Easier than me having to pay him back $5. So Sean, I definitely hope that you bid high, because you can come up there and just go up another $5 over anybody else and still make out okay. Did you get those books, by the way? I assume you did. I hope they were packed well. What I've been finding out, ladies and gentlemen, is if you take a Gemini, one of those cardboard mailers, and you cut off the ends where they overlap on the long ends, not the width ends, but the long ends, you cut those off, you can fit a Gemini mailer with about 8 comics bagged and boarded inside a padded $7 priority envelope. Good. So there you go. That's kind of what I'm going for, is making sure I package my books well, but making sure that people get the cheapest deal they can for an auction. So yeah, hopefully people will continue to come to the auction. JP does a great job moderating and hosting it on his channel. Oh, you got the Comics and Cold Ones box. You got to do an opening video. That'd be pretty cool to see. For anybody who's joining us later, I don't know if Discovery Bay or Sean or Legend still watching this. I was just previewing some books for the auction. I got a Vision lot that includes 1, 2, 3, 8, and 9. I've got a Power Rangers lot going here. All variant covers, some really cool ones there. I've got that first Angela, that first Ninjok. I've got like a minor key lot with Avengers and Wraith and Young Avengers and New Avengers, old Harry Avengers. I had Wolverine and Captain America a lot and Spider-Man a lot there. And then the one that seemed to get most people excited, gets me excited too, is the I got that Virgin variant right there for from Josh Middleton on Catwoman for the wedding that did not happen. Since Tom King's announced like that he's ending at issue 106, I happen to think the wedding is coming back towards the end of his run. There's a Stephanie Hans Captain Marvel, and then there's the Art Germ Catwoman. So Catwoman from her own book, Catwoman from Batman book, and Miss Captain Marvel from a totally different company. So those are the books. The wedding that did not happen. Hey, Cat's here. Comet Art Talk. I just gave you an acronym. I happen to think it's going to happen. That's just a guess. I'm not going to call it speculation. That's lame. Just a guess on my part that he's going to wrap it up by putting Batman through some absolute torture and psychological angst, and then bring it all back in the end to a wedding, because he's already announced like that he's got his run planned out through like issue 106 or something. He's on like 64 now or something. Anyway, I think that's all I got for you guys today. It was good talking to everybody, and definitely check out the auction. I think the Warriors have an auction on Tuesday. I think does Legend have one tomorrow? If anybody knows if Legend's got an auction tomorrow, put that in the chat. And then we got the big auction coming up on All About Comics channel Wednesday night, 8 p.m. CST. The Not Wedding. So, Sleepy Reader, I guess the last comment that I'd make is I don't know that I can fault Tom King. Legend does once a month, okay. I think there was a lot of publicity and hype that he had no control over. If you followed the way he's written Batman up until that point, it kind of made sense that Batman was going to get screwed, and there was going to be more at play. That seems to be what Tom King is doing. But the DC hype machine and the variant machine, I think, soured a lot of people's taste in their mouth. You're going back to Rogue and Rogue and Gambit getting married to make people happy is, yeah, DC did do dirty on that. And I bought the 3-pack of the Middleton ones. I still have the black and white one, which is my favorite, and I'm not getting rid of that one, but this is part of that 3-pack, the one that I just showed, and I'm gonna get rid of that one because I don't need 3, especially for the wedding that didn't happen, and I really love that one. I think you guys are right. Yeah, they did screw. Middleton cover sold for $8,000. Which Middleton cover? Because I have a few Middleton covers. Unless K means something different than I think it means. That's pretty awesome. So anyway, the original cover, the original art, that might make it a little bit more sense because I bought the 3-pack of Middleton covers, the original art. Yeah, no, this is a printing that they put on a comic book cover. You had me all agog for a second. All right, dinner is calling. Wife's making some fried rice tonight, so I'm going to go eat that. Thanks for the information. Thanks for the chat, guys. Anybody wants one of these boxes, just boom, hit me up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.